There was once a small town called Brookridge. It was peaceful, quiet, and surrounded by tall green hills. But on one side of the town stood an old, abandoned factory, huge, made of metal and stone, and completely locked up. No one had been inside it for years. But the people of Brookridge believed something important was hidden in there, a special kind of clean water filter, the only one that could fix their broken water system. Their water had gone bad weeks ago, and now the kids were getting sick. The rivers were drying up, and the nearby lake had turned brown. The only hope? That old factory. But the factory doors were sealed. Completely shut. Thick steel walls. No electricity. No way to get in. And no one in town had the tools or strength to break it open. That's when Mike came to town. Mike wasn't strong. He wasn't famous. He was just a traveler, young, quiet, and always smiling. He carried only a backpack and a notebook. Mike listened to the people and said, "I think we can open the factory." Mayor Henry frowned. "With what?" "We've tried machines, hammers, drills. That place won't budge." Mike smiled gently and said, "We won't use tools. We'll use trust." "Trust?" said Mrs. Green, the science teacher. "You think trust can open a steel door?" Mike nodded. "Not just trust. We'll follow a plan, exactly as I say. No skipping, no changing." The townspeople were confused. But they were also desperate. So Mike gave the instructions. "For 6 days, we will walk around the factory. Just walk. No talking, no yelling. Once each day. As a whole town." People looked at each other. It sounded silly. Pointless. But no one had a better idea. And something about Mike made them feel calm, hopeful, even. So on the first day, the entire town, hundreds of people, lined up and walked around the factory. Quiet. Just footsteps and the wind. Day 2. The same. Day 3. Kids whispered, "Nothing's happening." But they kept walking. Day 4. Mr. Thomas said, "This is nonsense." But he walked. Day 5. People started humming little songs as they marched, staying silent otherwise. Day 6. Rain poured. Yet everyone came. They walked in the mud, soaking wet, still silent. Mike said, "Tomorrow is the last day. It will be different." On day 7, the town gathered before sunrise. Mike said, "Today we walk around the factory 7 times. After that, I want everyone to shout, not scream in anger, but shout in joy. Together." So they walked. Once. Twice. 3 times. 4, 5, 6. On the 7th round, the town stood still. Mike raised his hand. "Now," he said, "with all your heart. Shout." And the people shouted. Mothers, fathers, kids, teachers, store owners. The sound was wild, filled with hope, fear, faith, and something stronger. Then, a low rumble shook the ground. The factory doors snapped open. Metal hinges bent, locks broke apart. A loud clang echoed through the hills. Gasps filled the air. The doors were wide open. Inside, rows of untouched, clean water filters, hundreds of them. The town cheered. They cried. The water was restored. The healed. The rivers flowed again. Later that evening, someone asked Mike, "How did you know the doors would open?" Mike smiled and said, "I didn't. But I believed they could." Sometimes faith is stronger than tools. And with that, he picked up his backpack and quietly left town. Now, here's the challenge for you. Can you guess which famous Bible story this was inspired by? Comment your answer below. We'd love to see what you think. And if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with someone who loves a good mystery with a deeper meaning.